Hey everyone, Brian S Pratt here. So this is for all the self-published authors out there, or those people who are thinking about publishing their book and can't get a regular publisher to give them the time of day. Hey, don't worry about it. I've been there. I've been self-published since 2005. I've lived off the royalties since 2011. So yes, you can make money as a self-publisher. It takes a while to get it going, but it can be done. Now, here's some things that will help you along the way. First of all, I wouldn't pay for any reviews, I wouldn't pay for any contests, and I definitely wouldn't pay to get someone to publish my book. Because people who publish your book for money, all they want is your money. They're not interested in you continuing your author journey. Paying for reviews, well, they'll give you a review, but reviews overall don't really mean squat. And then contests, I've never seen anyone buy a book because somebody won a contest, unless it was a major one, like the publishers publishers contest or something, a major one, the Nebula Award, etc. So unless you're, if it's some guy's website who's gonna offer you a chance to win their prestigious award or contest, the only reward you'll get is the legal right to put on your book, hey, this won a contest. I don't think anybody really cares about that. Could be wrong. Okay. Now there are a few things that you can do to help your book get noticed, help your book sell, basically. Before I get into that though, if you guys could subscribe to my channel, that'd be great. Bottom right watermark, hover over it, click subscribe. That would do me a world of good. Also, if you have any comments about what I do, put them in the comments and I will get back to you. I promise you, I will get back to you. And of course, likes are forever wonderful. First thing you need to do is, okay, if you're not published, go just concentrate on ebooks. Print cost for books is way too expensive. And if you're going to do ebooks, I would go to Draft to Digital. Follow their style guide. Once it's uploaded to them, then it's ready for Amazon. And you got an ebook up there. Use Canva AI for the cover. So and you'll have your manuscript into a book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple, Kobo, almost everyone worldwide, for nothing, for free. Okay, now let's say if you have any questions on any of that, put in the comments. Now, say you get your book up, and you know the people on the TV, they say, yeah, we'll get you on Amazon, we'll get you in front of millions of people. Well, that's true. If you're on Amazon, technically you are in front of millions of people. That doesn't necessarily mean that your book descriptive page is in front of millions of people. Because think of it this way, when you first start, your rank is 0. Okay? Anyone who has a rank better than that, anyone who has a rank will be shown before you. And there are books on there with rank 4 million, 10 million. Yeah, so you've got that. So somehow you got to get ahead of that. How do you do that? Well, that's a good question. People do advertising, that can help. But a lot of people don't have money for advertising, and some people spend all their money into getting their book published, which if you did, I did when I first started out. So I feel your pain. Usually your book is way overpriced. You're not making any profit, and no one's buying it. I suggest ebook and only ebooks to start out with. If you do start doing well, yeah, branch off the paperback. That's fine. But at first, I would just do ebooks. Military does ebooks, most kids these days do ebooks or e-readers, and so forth. So that's the way to go. And you can get that done with your books out there, no cost up front. You spent no money in your books online everywhere. Now, next thing you got to do is you got to work on getting it in front of people. See, when you get to Amazon, okay, let me give you a visual. You know those kiddie ball pits that we grew up with? where you jump in and there's like a million balls and you're swimming in them and come up and spew them everywhere. They're great fun, right? When you're really small, not big and fat like me, of course. When you're really small. Anyway, when you get published, imagine a 10-foot deep ball pit filled to the brim. Your book is at the very bottom under all of those. How do you get it out of there? For different people, you do different things. You can advertise on Facebook. I've known that to work. First of all, if you're a brand new author and you are just starting out, I would price it at 99 cents. I wouldn't go above 99 cents. Better to get a sale at 99 cents and earn 70 cents per sale than price it at $7 and get no sales. Okay, because if you have it cheaper, more people are likely to see it because they will look for the cheaper books. Here's another idea. Say you've got a historical fiction book, right? And you're thinking about, well, how can I advertise it? Get online. Go to Amazon and look at other. Go to your genre. Click on the free section of books. It'll list you the top 100 books that are free in that genre. Free books tend to be done by independents a lot more than people who are published through a publisher. So if you go to the free section, those are all people like yourself trying to get their books seen. Now, find a few of these people, approach them, send them a message. Look them up, research them, send them a message, and say, look, how about we do this? I'll give you a chapter from my book, and you promote it in the back of your ebook. You give me a chapter from your ebook, and I'll promote it in the back of my book. That way, people you find, they are free advertising for the other person, because at the end of the book, you can even put a little thing in the front of the book. You know, the first or second page says, yeah, check out this really cool book by the author so and so at the end of the book. And you could do that for 3 or 4 different people per book, you know. So that way you have your efforts at advertising, and it'll be slow at first. It took me 2005. It took me 6 years before I was actually doing really well. And then when all these other people who you are partnering with, when they do advertising, then your book is getting seen by their people. And I've heard that work with some people. But you got to find people who will actually put your book in the book, who will actively try to generate sales, not just have a book out there. Oh yeah, I'll do it. Here, we'll swap, and then they do nothing, and you're doing all the work for them. I mean, that's going to happen too. So you got to be on top of it. But still, if your stuff is in the back of someone else's book, it's likely that it's going to be seen by more people. Will it mean more sales? Depends on how you're wording it and what's in their book and the people they're seeing, that they're encountering. Then you do this for several different people, and it's likely that sales will trickle in a little faster. And then you guys could put all your books into one big anthology and sell it and sell it as such, and then you guys split the royalties. That works really well too. See, if you've got 10 books in here that each cost 99 cents, you could say regular price $9.99, because obviously 10 books 99 cents is $9.90, discounted to $2.99. I mean, it won't be a lot of money, but 10 books selling at $2.99 will get sales. I guarantee that will get sales. So that's something else to think about. Those are a few different strategies that you could use to get your book out there. You know, contests, they never worked for me. Reviews, well, reviews are another thing you can do. Like say at Amazon, I had even negative bad reviews can be good, and you want you want to talk to your people, your friends, family, and get them to review your book. Have them be honest about it. Have them be truthful about it. But get them to say, look, you're telling me all this great stuff. Go there and say it, go there to Amazon and say it there. Or people email you, say, I loved your book. Well, because you go to Amazon and say it. And I want you to say why. See, when someone reads a review, if they say, this is the best author ever, that don't mean nothing. Great author, don't mean nothing. Love this book, don't mean it. Why did they love this book? What was it about the book that they loved? Give a prospective buyer something to latch onto. I do role-playing, I do fantasy, magic. So back in the day, I had some people who said that they loved my book. No, gotta be honest about it, gotta be truthful. And I got them to put in reviews, and I said, look, don't just say you like it. I want you to put in there that you love the role-playing aspect, you love the dungeon delving, the fighting, the sword fighting. The magic system is really cool. Or it made me think, like if someone says, reading your book brought back my teenage Dungeon Dragon time. Well, say that, because people who read your reviews want to know what it is that people are talking about. So get people to write an effective review, and don't let them all be 5-star. Okay, they cannot be all 5-star. If you have nothing but 5 stars, everyone will assume they're fake. Case in point, I had someone, my book, The Unsuspecting Mage, they bought it. That was back before it was free. And he got on the Amazon and he trashed it. I mean, if you go on there and look at the very first reviews, they're terrible, right? And you'll find the one which he goes on and talks about in detail how every single 5-star person, and he names them, was me. How I was doing it, and it wasn't. Well, one was my mother, obviously. One was my brother. Besides that, they were just people who had written me and said, "I love your book." I said, "Well, could you go to Amazon and write a story?" One guy was from Germany. So yeah, that happened. So just some stuff to think about. It's not hopeless. Yes, there's a big hill to climb, but if you have quality, if you've written a good, entertaining story and you believe in yourself, have faith, stay the course, and don't give up. Just keep writing, keep putting more books out, more books out, more books out. A series is best, because once they like the first one, they'll buy the rest of them. I have a 7-book series. People down, the first one I make free. See, once you get more books than the first one's free, and then the rest of them can be with, like $4 or something. They download the first one, and then 2 through 7 would be bought. They download the first one, 2 through 7 would be bought. It was really cool when that started happening. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm about ready to finish watching Resident Alien, the last 2 of the final season. So y'all take care. Good luck.